night. Oh, I thought you was going to barge him out of the way there, Nathan. You big bad Nathan Heaney,
yeah,
you.
That's it, mate.
Enjoy your presser up there?
Yeah, it's good, mate.
Two nice guys.
It's just, it's one of them, like I said before, we represent the sport well. You don't need to be an absolute idiot to obviously get people to watch these fights. Obviously, you don't have to look at the supporters I've got. They're phenomenal. And unfortunately, I've never had to be anything but what I've wanted to be, which is just myself, really. So, yeah.
It was interesting. A couple of things said up there, right? So I raised the blocking on social media, and you'd also said that. You said you don't want to see him, but you'd also said you've been thinking about him every day. So talk to me a little bit about this whole what's been going on in your head.
To be honest, what it was, I was on Twitter and then something popped up at Denzel Bentley. I was like, I don't follow him, so I just thought I just don't need to see anything. But there's a difference between your own thoughts and what you're seeing on online and stuff. It's just. When I say what you're thinking about him, it's not in an actual literal sense. I'm like, I'm thinking about Denzel Bentley non-stop. What you do think about is, it's a very strange thing to think about that on the other side of the country, there's someone training to beat the absolute shite out of you, and that's the reality of it. So that's always in the back of your mind anyway, whether it's Denzel or any opponent. But obviously, with him being as good as he is, you think about it a little bit more in terms of, like I say, it makes you accountable. You don't miss a single run. When you're feeling tired and you don't want to do the hill runs or you don't want to do the pads or you don't want to do this, you've got no choice because Denzel Bentley is the person that you're fighting. So it just makes it so I've ticked every single box and done everything needed. But it's just, it's nothing personal blocking him. I don't watch interviews. So any interview he does, if I see someone pop up on YouTube, I'm straight. I don't need to see. I always watch some post fights. I quite like doing that because it's always interesting to see what the fighter said and then what actually happened in reality in terms of. But who knows? It'd be interesting. He could be like, "Oh, I'm not Heaney out." Then Sunday morning, I'll be like, "Bloody hell, he was right." But or he could say he's going to do something and the complete opposite happens, and I do what I planning to do. Obviously, I'm not going to say what we're planning to do, but it's there.
Well, look, I just spoke to him, and obviously, look, he wants to knock you out. Sorry to let you know. I'm sure he knew that anyway. But he said if it goes the distance, he doesn't want to. He wants to 120, 108 you. He doesn't want to even lose a round against you. He wants to show he's above this level and that he's ready to move on. What do you think about that?
The fact of the matter is, it shouldn't be. That's what it should be, really, on paper. Like you'll have to look at comments online and the bookies. That it shouldn't be close. It should be if it went to the point, it should be every single round. It shouldn't even be close. So if it is close, it's almost like that's not great on his behalf because people expect a complete walkover. So, but like you said about knock it, if the opportunity's there for me to knock him out, you take it. Do you know what I mean? There's no denying. He's been caught with shots himself in different fights. Marcus Morrison caught him. Lance Shadowfield's caught him. Felix Cassidy's caught him. I thought his most stable was against the hardest one he had was Janabek. I thought his chin was very good in that. But he's still been caught himself, and so have I, to be honest. But I've learned throughout the fights that I've had to get me obviously to the position I will hopefully not get caught by Denzel because he is a very good puncher.
But you've got sneaky power yourself, right? People underestimate your power and then they find themselves getting hurt in there, right?
Well, it's I don't know how to mate. It's I've got good. I'm good. I've got good technical power with what I do. But if I couldn't punch at least somewhat, people just walk straight through you. Yeah. Like you have to be able to punch and it's just like Steve said, it's all about relaxing, just exploring what you're doing. If I use my attributes, I can punch well.
Are you going to punch well on Saturday night?
Yeah, I've got no choice. I have to punch well, and if all goes well, I'll punch very well. But still, it's you've got to perform. I've got to perform on Saturday night. It's the, like I said, the biggest prize in British boxing, and I would love nothing more than for myself and my city just for the words to be said and then you. Like you said, have I envisioned it? I absolutely have. I really have, and I can't even imagine the scenes what it'd be like if it happened. But I always say if, because I've still got to do the job first.
You have indeed. Good luck to you, Nathan Heaney. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you, Dave.
And I'll see you later on in the week.